The first poem is called Father, and I wrote it for my dad when I started moving in last summer. So, okay. What is a father? What do they do? So many names, descriptions, definitions, ideas. I have my own conception, a theory of sorts. Father, the one who works all day, then packs all night, loading all the random crap I've thrown into irregularly shaped containers, then drives all day to then unload it all, fussing the whole time, fussing all the time. The one who accepts every present, however ridiculous or wasteful. The one who screams when you spill the milk, but doesn't when I dent the car. The one who fixes everything, because he can. The one who is there when I need him, and even when I don't. The one who prays with me after nightmares, lectures before and after whippings, and sighs when he finally rests in his chair. The one who has random sayings that always make sense later, but never then. The one who acts crazy with me when no one else will. The one who dances first at all family functions. The one who noticed my gift first. The one who believes in me. The one who has put up with my mother the longest. The one who laughs loudest, hardest, longest, and fullest. The one who keeps me safe. That's a father. That's my father. This next one, it doesn't have a name. It's untitled. When did the world become so selfish, caring only for itself, no one else, nothing else? Some days I feel the weight of the world. It's dying faster every day, and each day the earth grows more selfish, more ungrateful, more present, conscious, neglecting of the future and the past, and of anyone else. When did the world decide the plight of man was purely humorous, unimportant, or easily fabricated? Our expressions are rehearsed, our language crude, our attitudes self-full. The human race declines as it inclines. There I was, back in a corner, struggling to find any way out. I begged, pleaded, I cried and cried, everything caving in all around me, shaking and trembling, so weak from trying to free myself. Everything I held in my hand had crumbled to dust, and all I had left was you. And truth be told, that was all I needed. Here I am, flying above, looking for a way, any way that will lead me. I begged, pleaded, I prayed and prayed. Everything I need is all around me, open and receiving, so grateful from these blessings. Everything I hold in my hand is more than enough, but by the end of the day, all I have left is you. And truth be told, that's all I needed. Dear love. Dear love, I confess, yes, I have cheated. I've been unfaithful, ungrateful, inconsiderate of your feelings, and blatantly disrespectful to you and me and us. I'm sorry, but he was better than you. Well, I thought so. Wait, before you leave, let me explain. The secret is killing me and the pain is deep. I didn't mean to hurt you. You required too much. You wanted all of me, parts that I was unwilling to give. You didn't accept my excuses or the fact that I tried. And I tried and I tried to give you my best. But you didn't want my best. You wanted my heart. All of it. And God, that's hard. But him, he understood me better than you. Well, I thought so. His name was the world. I loved him and what he could do for me, all the things he gave me. He didn't care if I slept with you on the side and spent occasional time with you at your house, just as long as I went back to him. And I went back time and time again. It started as a couple of glances his way, the lust of the eyes. I wanted what he could give me that you couldn't. Well, I thought so. Then we started to flirt, and he told me I didn't have to change. I was fine just the way I am. He said, You don't have to change for me, baby. He didn't require total control like you. I could even be with other people while I was with him if I wanted to, just as long as he was first. Well, I thought so. So I would spend time with you on Sundays and Wednesdays and the occasional Tuesday, but I was with him the rest of the time. When you called me and I didn't answer, I'm sorry, but that's where I was. When you wanted to speak to me and kiss me goodnight, I was in his arms. I'm sorry, the secret is killing me, and the pain is deep. I didn't mean to hurt you. You even stood at my door and knocked and knocked and knocked, like the gentleman that you are, and I saw you and I heard you standing out there, but I left you out there because me and him, we were inside and we were watching TV. TV shows that you wouldn't allow me to see, listening to music that you didn't want me to hear because you said it was bad for me, because you said you knew what was best for me. But you see, him, he didn't want to control me. He let me be free to do what I wanted. Well, I thought so. Because God, you have to understand, I'm young and I wasn't ready to be fully committed to you at the time. He was giving me all I need. I found myself in him, so I didn't need you. Well, I thought so. Until he left. He left me. See, he didn't want me to change because he knew he could use me just the way I was. He didn't mind if I visited you sometimes because he knew that I could not serve two masters. So as long as I was with him, I was not with you, and that was fine with him. And that you said you would spit me out because of my lukewarmness. He knew all of this. He used me and abused me and dropped me off like yesterday's trash. He prostituted me. He had me selling out my soul for TV shows and music and ungodly friends and the lust of my flesh and the lust of my eyes and the pride of life. He let me make a fool of myself because you knew the moment my heart started to grow cold. You saw that first glance. That's why you tried to hold me closer. That's why you called me so much and tried to spend so much time with me. That's why you wanted me to change, because you knew that my life in him would be the death of me. You cared for me. You required my whole heart because you knew that you would never break it. You didn't accept my excuses because you knew that I knew that you knew that I knew better. You knew that I could do better. You knew that if I gave you my life, I would have life because you died for that very reason. You loved me enough to stand at my door and knock and knock and knock. Even when I saw you out there and I left you in the cold. I lusted him, but I love you because you love me first. So God, my love, I confess. I cheated. I pray that you will take me back. I want to come home. I will give you my heart in all of its broken pieces because confession is made unto salvation. And I confess. And I will give you my heart because my heart believes unto righteousness. And you are near to the brokenhearted. You are near to my broken heart with all of its broken pieces. So you are actually closer to me than he could ever be. You can't leave me because you won't leave me. But because you said, if I confess and I repent, you are faithful and just to forgive me and take me back. Dear love, I confess. I repent. Thank you for taking me back.
For areas of our lives, and it's forgiveness. Not being able to forgive people and not being able to get past things, hurts, pains, and disappointments. And that unforgiveness keeps us bound, and it keeps us from moving forward and progressing in the things that God would have us to do. And I was at a time in my life, and I was at church, I was going hard for God, and I was still struggling with unforgiveness. Like it was just something that I was just struggling with. And in the midst of it, I wrote this poem, and the name of the poem is called Forgiveness. Unforgiveness sucks love and compassion from your soul. Unforgiveness sucks love and compassion from your soul. You become bound with bitterness, build walls, and become cold. So how can we say that we love God with our mind, body, and soul when he clearly says in John, love one another as I have loved you. And in Luke, be ye merciful to others as God has been to you. But I know you're thinking, because I was thinking, every time I think I forgiven, the same person seems to do different things in the same ways to take me back to how they first hurt me. And how can I love fully if my heart is still hurting? If it's not one thing, it's another. I know we've all hurt someone at one time or another, not to mention the many times we hurt Christ by our selfish living. And what makes my pain greater than Christ? I'm hurt by people and I didn't even give my life for their life. Unforgiveness sucks life. It makes us sick. Always spiritually, often emotionally, and surprisingly physically. And then I realized I'm only living because I was forgiven. Every breath that I take is because of forgiveness. Not only does he forgive me for not being forgiving, he provides healing, which goes deep and cleanses from all unrighteousness. It takes death and it gives life again. Forgiveness.